And if you can't hear, come in.
Oh, who said that?
What?
Alright, yeah.
Mood lighting.
When John Henry was a little baby, you could hold in the palm of your hand. Were the first words I heard that boy say, I'm gonna be a still driving man, good Lord. Be a still driving man. John Henry said to his captain, a man ain't nothing but a man. And before I let that steel dream be let down, I will die with that hammer in my hand, good Lord. Die with that hammer in my hand. Woo. John Henry said to his shaker, man, why don't you sing? Well, I'm shaking 30 pounds from the hip on down. Don't you hear that cold steel ring, good Lord? Hear that cold steel ring. John Henry hammered in the mountain, hammer striking fire. Well, he worked so hard it broke his poor heart, and he laid down his hammer and he died, good Lord. Laid down his hammer and he died. Every Monday morning when bluebirds sing, you can hear John Henry many miles away. Can't you hear that cold steel ring? Hear that cold steel ring? Can't you hear that cold steel ring? Hear that cold steel ring? Can't you hear that cold steel ring, good Lord? Hear that cold steel ring. Can't you hear that cold steel ring, good Lord? Hear that cold steel ring. Oh, ring it out now. Start with a couple train songs because some of you may have seen me perform with my band, the Spike Drivers, and we get our name from the railroad workers, legends like John Henry. In fact, you could kind of say that John Henry is the first Spike Driver, And it is very nice to be here at this lovely venue. I met Barry quite a few years ago. We can't quite work it out, but it was before COVID, I know that. And it's what a special place this is. It's great.
Thank you.
So I think another train song. This is something that I wrote. And I was born in London, but my family moved to America when I was 8 years old. So I have a kind of transatlantic sort of twang, and sometimes I sound more English or American. I can't control it. It just sort of it does its own thing. It's not on purpose, that's for sure. And we moved to a place called the Midwest, a place called Iowa. I don't know if anybody's been to Iowa. No. We did a gig once. They thought I said Ireland. And half the audience raised their hands. I couldn't believe it. That Iowa was that popular. Anyway, it was a great place to grow up, especially as a young boy. And lots of cornfields, as you can imagine. Lots of space. Your parents just let you go out, and probably was the same in other places, but just go out on your bicycle. You could get into all kinds of trouble. Just be back by dinner time. And so we did. Cornfields were a little boring, but what was exciting was train tracks. And these huge, majestic freight trains would come through town. Even the Rock Island Line came by. And we would pretend to be hobos. So we would, when these trains were parked up, we would jump on board. They had sort of open trains, and there's like coal or something in there. So we'd jump on, and the drivers could see us. They knew what we were doing. And they would do this thing where instead of just heading off, they would just pull forward really quickly to get all the trains tight so then they could move forward. Of course, we went ass over tip, jumped off there, scared the shit out of us, and for some reason we did it again the following week. And this song, getting back to the song, is inspired by something we used to do, which they do the world over, and that's simply to put coins, or in our case, pennies on the line. Trains come along and squish them. And that kept us entertained. There wasn't any video games or anything like that. So since on the American penny is Abraham Lincoln, this one's called Laying Down Lincolns. Train comes, bringing good luck back. If it stays on the line, wishes all come true. If it stays on the line, wishes all come true. But if it falls by the side, devil's after you. make a wish, lay it on track. When a freight train comes, bring good luck back. Bring it back. Yeah, bring it back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. There's a train song that you might have heard of before. It's an old blues from about, I think, 1928 by Leroy Carr. How long has that evening train been gone? How long, baby, how long? Feel so lonesome, I feel so bad. Lost the best friend I ever had. How long, baby, how long? Went to the mountain, looked out to sea. Couldn't find my baby, but the blues found me. How long, baby, how long? Gonna take my watch, put it in pawn, then it won't tell me how long you've been gone. How long will the blues be my only song? How long has that evening train been gone? Leroy Carr and Scrapper Blackwell. Great name. That's a proper blues name. I wouldn't mess with him. So, what's next? we'll do something with a little bounce in it. And this is a song that got me into the finger style of playing guitar. So instead of strumming with a pick, using the fingers. And it's a song by the Delmore brothers that Doc Watson kind of put his own spin on. He kind of put a little spin of a guitar player called Merle Travis. And when I first heard this on the live recording my parents had, I thought, oh man, I got to learn how to play this. This is just, you know, the light bulb moment came on. But it sounded like about 3 guitar players all playing together. I couldn't understand what was going on. I just loved the sound of it. And I couldn't figure it out, so I got some books, and that made it worse. There was no videos or YouTube, so you had to, you know, get friends that knew a little bit and piece it together. And eventually it came, but there was one clue on this live record. The little introduction that Doc Watson said about this style of finger picking was, you got to get your thumb nice and solid. And this is important because everything else builds from this, so you got to have good foundations. And it sounds simple, but you got to practice it a bit. And you know, a whole afternoon can just drift by, weekend. It is a bit boring though. So I tend to watch TV while I'm practicing. And it really pisses people off if they're trying to watch the news. So you get sent away. In my case, it was the basement. If I was Barry, I'd be in this shed all the time practicing, I tell you. Anyway, it's a good thing you be by yourself, because this is the tricky part you got to get right. You got to get your fingers playing a little melody while the thumb keeps going with the bass. It's a bit like tapping your head and rubbing your belly, talking and playing guitar and trying to explain something at the same time. But hopefully with a little perseverance it'll be all right. Let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more, 'cause I got them deep river blues. Yeah, let the rain drive right on, let the waves sweep along, 'cause I got them deep river blues. You know my old gal's a good old pal. She looks like a waterfowl when I get them deep river blues. And there ain't no one to cry for me. The fish will go out on a spree when I get them deep river blues. Yes, I do. Look out now. Now give me back my old boat. I'm gonna sail if she'll float, 'cause I got them deep river blues. Well, I'm going back to Muscle Shores. Time getting better there, I'm told, 'cause I got them deep river blues. And if my boat sinks with me, I go down, don't you see, 'cause I got them deep river blues. And now I'm gonna say goodbye, and if I sink, just let me die with my deep river blues. Let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more, 'cause I got them deep river blues. Well, let the rain drive right on, let the waves sweep along, 'cause I got them deep river blues. Let it rain, let it rain, let that deep river wash my blues away. Let it rain. Thank you. Can you hear me all right out there?
Yes.
If you get really cold, you can come and join us. That's what Barry said, you know.
Is it space for a little couple?
There's a, yeah.
And any ladies, there's a knee. That's all I'm saying.
I'm free.
Well, I mentioned about moving to America when I was 8, and we lived, as I said, in Iowa. And we were there for 5 years. That's right. And then we moved again. We moved to the south. We moved to South Carolina. And this was a very different move for me because I was 13 then. And you're starting to get your own friends and your own life. And that was actually a bit more of a difficult journey, as they say, than coming from England to the Midwest. But it was where I started playing guitar, getting into music, and discovering girls, and experimenting with illegal substances.
It's all downhill from there then.
Exactly, and therefore getting to know the local police department. There's a lot of cops there, that's all I can say. But it's a very inspiring place, and I'm sure those of you who have traveled to that southern part of the United States know that it's a very mysterious, magical, friendly, and a little bit scary all together. But out of that inspiration came this song, and this one's called Such a Southern Place to Be. I wanna go where the people talk slow, like a summer breeze, nice and easy. They give you the time, give you a smile. Such a southern place to be. Another song about the South. Something down there in the air, like Spanish moss hanging in the trees. Such a southern place to be. They got names for their hurricanes. Everyday boys and girls, so sweet, like a wild child outcast from a highbrow family. Such a southern place to be. Another dream about the South. There's something down there in the air, in my rose-colored reverie. Such a southern place to be.
Bloody marvellous.
Yeah.
So I'll do something now. Maybe we can do something to warm you guys up out there. I'm feeling like you need some special attention. So this is a song by that wonderful group of musicians that was simply known as The Band. You know, The Band. The guys that wrote The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down and The Wait. All that stuff. Just a wonderful group of musicians, great songwriters. And this is one called Ophelia, and it has a kind of so you could stomp your foot, keep your feet stomping, kind of maybe warm them up a bit. And if you're feeling really coordinated, you can clap your hands on the 2 and 4, so it's like, oh yeah. So we're warming up feet and hands. That's a good start, I reckon. And you got to keep going, the whole song. It's not that long, it's only about 3 minutes. But you'll be warmer.
Do you know how bad my hands are?
Boards on the window, there by the door. Why would anybody leave so quickly for Ophelia? Tell me, where have you gone? Your neighborhood just ain't the same. Nobody knows just what became of Ophelia. What went wrong? Was somebody knocking up at law? Honey, you know we broke the rules. Was somebody up against the law? Honey, you know I'd die for you. Ashes of laughter, the ghost is clear. Why do the best things always disappear like Ophelia? Please darken my door. Oh, sounding good, Ophelia. Somebody up against the law. Honey, you know we broke the rules. Somebody hold our war. Honey, you know I'd die for you. They got your number, scared and running, but I'm still waiting for the second coming of Ophelia. Won't you come back home? Baby, won't you come on home now? I feel you. Yeah, come back home. Baby, won't you please come home?
Yeah, brilliant.
The band, you feel warmer a little bit.
That was like one of them armchair workouts I keep seeing coming up on my timeline. Well, you got 7 minutes of your day to spare. Go and do
Yes.
the armchair workout.
A little bit of southern stuff seeping out there at the end.
I am warmer actually.
See?
Yeah.
So I'll do a song now by one of my favorite blues artists, and I was very fortunate to have parents that not only played musical instruments, but they had a great record collection. And I used to just pull out records. When I was old enough to kind of be able to put the needle down without ruining it and stuff, I could kind of have this library, which was I was very fortunate to have. And Big Bill Broomsey, I just thought that was a cool name. I just liked it. You know. Well, okay, I'll listen to that. And he's somebody that came over to England, I think at least a couple times in the 50s. My dad grew up in Sheffield, and he saw him play. I think it was 1955, and told me all about it. And I was just amazed. And I think, you know, a lot of these blues artists, they came over in this kind of folk blues revival. But at the time, they were kind of playing Chicago blues. But the person who was booking them said, "Can you play acoustic guitar and just say your folk blues?" You know, they're not stupid. Yeah, are you going to pay me? Fine, I'll come over and do that. So people like John Lee Hooker, I think I have an album called Folk Blues. It's the only one he did, because he doesn't really play that way. He plays, you know, John Lee Hooker style. But it is kind of interesting. But Big Bill Broomsey could swap around and do lots of different styles. And this one has a kind of little ragtime feel to it. And it's called Keep Your Hands Off of Her, which is good advice, even if you have permission. Off her, keep your big mitts down, keep your hands off my baby, keep your big mitts down, keep your hands up, don't you hear what I said now? She don't belong to you. She's long and tall, she's built up straight, she's a long tall mama, she's built up straight. She's long and tall, built up straight, the hip chick, she's got what it takes. Woo! So keep your hands off her, keep your big mitts down, keep your hands off my baby, keep your big mitts down, keep your hands up, don't you hear what I said now? She don't belong to you. Figure. She got long black curly hair. She got $1 million figure. Long black curly hair. She got $1 million figure. Long black curly hair. I'll follow anywhere. So keep your hands off her. Keep your big mitts down. Keep your hands off my baby. Keep your big mitts down. Keep your hands up. Don't you hear what I said now? She don't belong to you. Sometimes that ends in a crash, that bit. She got great big legs. She got little tiny feet. She got great big legs. She got little tiny feet. And I know you're gonna whistle. Come walking down the street. Oh, so keep your hands off her. Keep your big mitts down. Keep your hands off my baby. Keep your big mitts down. Keep your hands up. Don't you hear what I said now? She don't belong to you. She don't belong to you. She don't belong to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Bill Broomsey. Well, I bought 3 guitars. So I need to play them. They're all in different tunings. and they kind of have different sounds, so it's nice to sort of feature them. And this song is a song of mine that was written for a purpose rather than being inspired. Well, I was sort of inspired, but my band, the Spike Drivers, when we got together, in, with Morris and Constance, the band had been together for 8 years before that, but when we got together in year 2000, we decided that we wanted to go play in France. We thought that could be a fun thing to do, but we didn't really know any agents or any connections. So our logic was I would go away, write a song with some French in it, we'd record it, send it to the country somewhere, and they would be so impressed they would invite us to play and feed us, and we would drink wine, and it would all work out perfectly. We did get to France eventually, but it was nothing to do with the song. Partially because my French is terrible. I try a little bit every day, but you know, some people just aren't good at languages, you know, but I try, and I've been trying recently very hard, especially for tonight, so I hope you appreciate the effort that I've made. It's a little tune called Midnight Mademoiselle.
Oui.
Here we go. Practicing this bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go to bed, she said. I'm a woman in need. I'm just so tired, but at least I'm not lonely. 'Cause when the stars come out, twinkle above, I just can't refuse her love. It's like the deepest wishing well, my midnight mademoiselle. S'il vous plaît, let me sleep. You sleep in the day, c'est la vie. While I'm working all week, I got great big circles under my eyes, walking in a daze, and here's a reason. Her evening smile is how I fell for my midnight mademoiselle. S'il vous plaît, let me sleep. You sleep in the days, c'est la vie. While I'm working all week, working out. She said, you know I just can't sleep. Well, I can hardly move, but it feels like I'm in a dream. 'Cause when the moon comes up, starts to shine, she warms me up like the finest wine. One taste and I'm under her spell, my midnight mademoiselle. I got great big circles under my eyes, walking walking in a daze, and here's the reason why. Her evening smile is how I fell for my midnight mademoiselle. My midnight mademoiselle.
Yeah.
Okay, more, I think, clapping and stuff to warm you up. This is, I'll do a couple more and have a little break, but this is a country blues song by Robert Wilkins. But we have found out that it works in the suburbs, in the cities, on boats, down by the seaside. It's very versatile.
Blues Bones.
Blues Barns especially. And it is Saturday night. So during this song, if you get the urge to go yeehaw, I think this is the perfect place to do it. There you go.
Yeehaw.
That poor boy headed down that road, headed down that road. With all he headed down that road. Well, I just was where God only knows. He got a little way to get along. Man said, want a job, go and feed my swine, go and feed my swine. Want a job, go and feed my swine. That poor boy hung his head and cried, 'cause that's no way to get along. That poor boy out in the cold, feeling blue, all alone and blue. Just a poor boy feeling blue, wearing out the soles in his shoes. And that's no way to get along. I believe I ride, believe I'd head back home, believe I'd head back home. Time for me to ride and head back home. Down this road as far as I can go, and there's no way to get along. Oh, put your hands together, help me out now. Yeehaw! musicians have these days a little bit of merchandise. I'm no different. So just a little word. I have a CD. It's a solo CD of mine, and I've been doing quite a lot of songs off of it actually. Laying Down Lincoln's earlier, Midnight Mademoiselle, and Such a Southern Place to Be, all on feature on the CD. But I'm going to do the title track, and they're £10. Cash is always good, but I do have a credit card machine. So if there's signal, I can take your credit card, sell you CDs, insurance, double glazing.
The CD I can recommend. It's very good.
Thank you very much.
Your double glazing not so good.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
The signal of his card machine goes through to my house. So.
Anyway, so this song is the title track, and funny enough, it's a song that was inspired by Essex, and I was thinking that on the way driving out here, I definitely do most of my shows in Essex. It's always been that way. There is so much live music out here. There's so many great musicians and bands. I don't know what it is. And
Someone's phone.
Someone's phone.
yeah.
Someone's talking out the back.
Is it the
That's
Duke
the
of
alarm.
Essex?
That's the alarm going off.
Anyway, I go and play other places and I tell the story and I mention Essex and they kind of go, ooh. It's got a funny reputation. But what I know for a fact is by playing in Essex, people who live in Essex don't give a shit. And they don't want those people visiting anywhere. They can stay away. I understand. But this was inspired by a trip out to a place not too far from here called Burnham-on-Crouch. And I live in North London. I spend most of my time trying to get out. It happened today, actually. Traffic just leaving my house is just, you try and get out of there to come visit places like this. This is nice. And on this occasion, we were going to visit a friend of ours who I believe has played this wonderful venue, certainly Mr. Tim Aves.
Yes.
And most
Twice.
Twice.
You've done it full band, automatic
Oh.
slim,
Yeah.
and with Joel
And with
Fist.
Joel, yeah, fabulous players. Well, he was out in Burnham-on-Crouch doing a little radio session, and he invited the whole band to go out there and do this session. And we got caught in traffic getting out there. Finally got out there. He joined us a little bit. We played some music and had a great time. And he couldn't really pay us, but he did say he would take us out for dinner. So what I'm trying to say is sometimes somebody will say something so small and simple, but it'll inspire a whole song. Occasionally that happens. Maybe once or twice, but it did this time. We were coming out of the restaurant and it was a beautiful summer's evening and the sun was setting out on all the kind of marsh river and the Essex Delta is what I call it. And
The sewage thing.
the sunlight kind of made it look
Yeah.
beautiful. And Tim just said that he couldn't imagine being anywhere else because he never wanted to be too far away from that river. And then we said goodbye. I'd already done my driving in the van. So bandmates drove home, and this song I just wrote it down. It just came straight out. So I'll do this for Essex. It's called Blues to the River. Take my blues to the river, put my troubles in a paper bowl, watch them drift away, ain't gonna worry about them today. I'm gonna play a little western swing with my dear old friend Jim, and take my blues to the river, watch them float away. I'm sitting in traffic, spinning my wheels. Yeah, getting wound up is all I feel. I feel full of smoke and city dust, looking at the back of a broken down bus. Oh, it's getting bad, but I know what I'm gonna do. Take my blues to the river, put my troubles in a paper bowl, watch them drift away. Ain't gonna worry about them today. I'm gonna play a little western swing with my dear old friend Jim, and take my blues to the river, watch them float away. Well, I used to have nerves of steel. Now getting wound up is all I feel. I feel on the edge, just hanging on. One of those days everything goes wrong. Oh, it's getting bad, but I know what I'm gonna do. I got a picture of John Lee sitting on my dash. My old white van just seems to last. Here's boogie blues straight to my heart. I swear to God it helps the car to start. Oh, step on the gas, 'cause I know what I'm gonna do. Take my blues to the river, put my troubles in a paper bowl, watch them drift away. Ain't gonna worry about them today. I'm gonna play a little western swing with my good old buddy Jim, and take my blues to the river, watch them float away. Take my blues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I'll take a little break and get around, warm up, do some
Yeah, this
jumping jacks.
Pete